In our previous video, we have discussed how the chronic pancreatitis will cause malnutrition and eventually cause the lack of nutrients within the patients. So in this video, we will discuss how this chronic pancreatitis occurs within the within the uh, within the system. What are the changes within the host or within the patients? What are the changes that chronic pancreatitis uh, might cause to the pancreas? So in the normal pancreas, what will happen? This is the Echinacea cells, and Echinacea cells are more prone to not only to this chronic pancreatitis, but it is also more prone towards pancreatic cancer, as they are present near the in the ductal area of the pancreas. So and we know that uh, any cancers which are present at the ductal areas are more prone to the metastasis also. So let us come back to the topic. So what happens in the normal Echinacea cells that is related to this chronic pancreatitis? In the normal Echinacea cells, so there is a formation of enzymes, digestive enzymes that formed, and this formations usually begins in the endoplasmic reticulum where amino acids are being translated amino acids are being translated based on the mRNA sequence with the help of ribosome, and thereafter it will go to this Golgi for the post-translation modification, and finally the enzymes will release from the Echinacea cells, and it will not affect to anything. It will not affect or do anything to the stellate cells or fibroblast, and this is the normal process. However, this normal process get disrupted when the Echinacea cells get injured, and there are two ways by which these Echinacea cells can get injured. First one could be the genetic factor, which could be inherited from their parents, or another one is this uh, based on this different based on the lifestyle or kind of food the patients or the host is taking, such as alcohol, cigarette, that we have discussed this malnutritious due to this alcohol and cigarette in our previous video. So these two are the main factors that will injure the Echinacea cells, and when the Echinacea cells gets injured, uh, when there is an injury in the Echinacea cells, then it will disrupt this enzyme digestive enzyme formation pathways, and simultaneously it will trigger necrosis or release cytokines that will activate the stellate cells, and that will activate the stellate cell through the inflammations, and inflammations will recruit the immune cells, and the stellate activation of these stellate cells uh, will cause them to differentiate towards fibroblast like cells, and uh, at the same time these activated stellate cells proliferate uh, really fast. So these activated pancreatic stellate cells will proliferate. At the same time, it will also cause this ECM production or extracellular matrix productions in a way that surrounding environment or surrounding extracellular matrix near the injured uh, Echinacea cells will be surrounded by will be full of those this pancreatic stellate cells or this fibroblaster. So in other terms, the fibrosis of the pancreas will starts because of the injury of the Echinacea cells. That can be seen here, and simultaneously this fibroblasts that are usually present in a normal levels will also be increased because of the inflammations or the cytokines that are released by the Echinacea cells. So all this in together will cause, such as this figure that is shown here is a schematic of the actual figures in which there is a fibroblast uh, which are used to found normally, which are usually found normally near the Echinacea cells, and there are these activated stellate cells which have these migration and invasion properties, and also this activated stellate cells will produce ECM that will helps in the fibrosis environment near the injured acinar cells, and this will prevent this enzyme release in the pancreas. And this enzyme release in the pancreas, when the digestive enzyme release decreases, there is a digestion problem occurs within the host, and the host will eat less, and that will cause malnutrition in longer duration of time. So this is how the internal mechanism occurs in the chronic pancreatitis, or we can say the pathogenesis of chronic pancreatitis. And if you need to understand more in detail about this chronic pancreatitis pathogenesis, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. That's all for this video. Thank you for your time.